not gonna wanna miss this episode. We're gonna cook my grandma's famous chicken parmesan with homemade spaghetti sauce. Let's get cooking. All right, we're gonna get into this right away. I have done this way too many times where I start this and I walk away and then the thing overflows. All right, we're not gonna need a lot of water in here. We're basically just steaming some broccoli. So we're gonna get going on that right away. I'm also gonna make some broccoli cheese soup. These are all organic. This is all organic broccoli, all washed. And here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take some of this bottom stuff. I'm gonna cut the way bottom stuff. All of this goes to the pigs. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I just wanna throw this bottom of the pan, get that nice and soft. We're gonna throw this on top. I gotta get this hot. And honestly, it's a Vitamix recipe we're gonna make for the broccoli cheese soup. It's gonna be the easiest soup you've probably ever made. So we're gonna cook that on high. Let me wash up here. Next thing we're gonna do is a viral TikTok recipe. Seems very easy. So I just decided today I'm gonna do this. What I'm gonna need are some tomatoes. They're organic tomatoes. I just need about a pound of organic grass-fed beef. This was hard as a rock 20 minutes ago. All you need to do, put it in cold water. If you have any kind of meat that you want to get from frozen to being able to use, put it in just cold water in a bucket. Super easy. Or in a little pail or a little steel or a glass bowl. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We have our tomatoes, 7 of them here, and this is what I'm gonna do. They've all been washed, super easy. Let me cut up my onion. And we're gonna need a little bit of onion for our broccoli cheese soup. And they're all gonna be diced nice and small. Whoops, making a mess. All right, so my grandma Sherry, all right, my mom's side of the family, she used to own a restaurant called the Clock Tower Restaurant, Stonecroft. And unfortunately, it wasn't run too well. I think she owed a lot of money in taxes and spent the rest of her life paying it off, unfortunately. But one thing she always told me, because I remember it, I was young, that was in the early 80s, right? She said, if you ever want to own a restaurant, don't drink because you're gonna give it all away. I do remember that. There was a lot of fun times there though when I was a kid. My grandma loved showing me off to everybody, my brother and cousins. And I would say that grandma is where I sort of learned to appreciate fine dining. She used to take us to all these cool places around here. Cedarburg, we'd go to Aunt Emmy's, take us to Port Hotel, which is open again. McCormick's Place, took us to a lot of different places. So we have our little bit of onion. We're gonna need that in here. So what I'm gonna do though, serrated knife for tomatoes. What I'm gonna do, I just wanna cut this off. It's gonna be much easier later when we pull the tops off or pull the skin off of these. And again, this gives the pigs something to eat. 7 tomato tops. So, got a pan going. Tiny bit of olive oil. Extra virgin, super easy. We're putting tomatoes upside down, all around. A little bit of onion in the middle. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit. Let it cook. Oh, hey, how are you? All right, we're gonna get ready for some chicken. All right, so we have some organic, fresh, young, boneless, skinless chicken breast. So I'm still gonna trim a little bit of stuff off here. All right, we're just gonna bring it down a little bit. For all you people that tell me to wash chicken, no. I'm not gonna wash chicken, I'm not gonna wash beef, I'm not gonna put all of that stuff all over my sink. No, thank you. I'm gonna take the little tenderloin off of here. We can use that for something else later. I also wanna make sure I take like this little tendon piece out right there. And everyone will cook chicken their own way, right? So I like to do it. I don't like to have any parts that are gonna be tough, right, in my mouth. We got 3. Last one. There's actually a little bone in this one. You can feel it in there. All right, important part of the breading I put on the chicken. So we just need a little bit of flour. I'm gonna throw a little bit more in there just so we have it. Keep that on the side. And we are gonna need this as well. We'll just do it in a little Mickey bowl. Can I do it? And these are organic, fresh eggs, so no shells, we're good. All right, I'm gonna use a fork in here. So we actually just went to Italy, and it was an unbelievable experience. Lake Como area, we flew into Milan, and the food there was unbelievable. So many people say that you can eat all the pizza, all the pasta, because they don't have all the preservatives and just the garbage in there. And whatever they do is exactly what you've heard. It's unbelievable. I've had some of the best meals, some of the best Italian in my life there. One more egg. All right, super easy. So let's take a look here. So this is actually starting to look pretty good. And what I'm going to do, I can use metal in here, right? You guys know why. We're gonna put a pound of, because there's no Teflon, so I don't have a problem using metal in there. Don't use metal and Teflon, you're gonna scrape it all. All right, we're gonna throw beef right in the middle. We're gonna let it cook and do its thing. So that beef is 100% organic, grass-fed beef. That's what we like to use. So we're gonna let this cook for a while. Probably just turn it up just a little bit. I wanna be able to grab the skins off the tomatoes. We're not there yet, we're not even close. So we're gonna let that go for a little bit. All right, let's get into the chicken. This is important, okay? There's a lot of different ways that you can do this, and let me show you, okay? We can pound our chicken, we can tenderize our chicken, or you can just leave your chicken the way it is. There's no wrong way to do it. We'll do them all different ways, right? We'll tenderize one, so you tenderize each side. You guys take a look at this. Tool you get online for, I don't know, $15 on Amazon. It's great. There's one, okay? We can pound it. If you guys want it pounded a little bit thin, like we do like cutlets, you see that? I'll probably get yelled at by you guys. Okay, we got 2 of these. The rest we're just gonna leave whole. All that I'm going to do with this, there's flour in this bag. There's nothing else. You don't need to put anything else. I'm gonna put all the chicken in the bag. Don't pull the air out of it. Leave the air in it. I'm gonna wash my hands now. Hey, that's going. All right, so all we need to do, we got it shut. Shake it around, that's it. We just wanna make sure we coat all the chicken, all parts of it with flour. That's it. We can do whatever you want. Play basketball with it, okay? Do a twirl, catch it, tenderize it, just kidding, stab it. All right, again, this is super, super easy. It's this into an egg bath, and then we're gonna sear it for a little bit, and we're gonna throw it right in the oven. This is gonna be some of the best chicken Parmesan that you've ever had, trust me. All right, we're getting the basil ready. Just plucking it, just pulling it off. All right, basil is all ready to go there. And I wanna get a little parsley, organic parsley. I'll tell you, all the vegetables that I have here today are not from Meijer. You guys saw what I dealt with there recently. I won't even Instacart from them anymore. I'm just over it. I always have to deal with produce that is honestly rotten, disgusting. We got a lot of people talking about it too in our videos, saying that is normal. That's what they've been seeing a lot at Meijer. Okay, here we go. So all that we're gonna end up doing here, we've got 2 different hot pans. Okay, we got one back there, one up here. Honestly, I think that is just about done. So I'm gonna do this. The broccoli, we're gonna pull the broccoli aside. All right, all that we're gonna do, you take the chicken out. See, it's completely covered in flour, and we're gonna give it an egg bath, right? That's it. So in my cast iron pans, what do I have in there? Coconut oil, organic coconut oil, that's it. So all that we're gonna do is we take this, we're gonna throw it right in the pan. This is gonna be the one that we pounded out. It's obviously gonna cook a little quicker than the rest. Okay, 2. And I like to season the stuff later. I don't season it before. You can do either. This pan might be a little too hot. We're gonna find out. All right, we're all done with that. And there's other ways that you can do this, right? You can get like those Tupperware shaker containers where you just put the stuff in there and you shake it all over, and that would work the same, right? All that we need to do is just coat it all with egg. That's it. We're gonna let that cook. All right, all we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it. We do not want to burn it, right? It doesn't have to, we're not cooking it through. We're gonna cook it through when we end up putting it in the oven, so. All right, it's starting to do really well. It's starting to sweat in here. Turn it up just a little bit more here, because again, I wanna be able just to pull the skins off of the tomatoes. All right, me like that. We're just gonna put a little bit of garlic, the Kinder's seasoning salt. It's garlic salt. I'll do that, and we'll do a little pepper. You can throw that on the egg, and that'll stick nicely. That's good. It's getting there. It's gonna be super easy for this. All we're gonna end up doing is put it in the oven until we get to temperature, and we're gonna put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on it. We're gonna broil it, and that is gonna be done. And then we're gonna serve it with our pasta and our broccoli. It's gonna be amazing. So we're almost done here. Then we're gonna make some broccoli cheese soup. All right, so all this is done. We're gonna pull the emerald, right? What do we say? Set it and forget it? Just kidding. We're just gonna take it in the oven. And that's what's nice about cast iron or the steel. You can just throw it right in the oven. All right, easiest cheesy broccoli soup you've ever made. Watch this. 2 cups of milk. We have 2% grass-fed organic milk. We're gonna put a little bit of organic, better than bouillon, chicken bouillon. You can put a little extra in there, a little extra flavor. Okay, but about 4 cups of broccoli. You can use the stems, you can use the top part of the broccoli, you can use everything here. And then you're gonna wanna keep a little bit of that to garnish later, okay? It's just gonna be the garnish later. So we're gonna throw all this in there, all right? A little bit of onion, okay? And then I'm putting about 1.5 cups. I'm using organic goat cheddar. All you do, you put it in the Vitamix, you set it right here. It says hot soup, right? Start. Let it do its work. Let it work its magic. This is gonna be unbelievable. It's amazing. It's crazy how good this stuff is. Here's the milk, 2% organic grass-fed milk. You gotta look for grass-fed and organic. So important. Less than 5 minutes from start to finish. Check this out. Some of the best homemade cheesy broccoli soup that you can make. Save a little bit for Blair later. Now what do? We're gonna garnish it, a little bit of broccoli, fresh cheddar cheese, and you cannot forget the saltine crackers. Check it out. It cooked everything right there in the blender. Don't forget your fresh ground pepper. I'm telling you, this stuff's unbelievable. Let me know in the comments. I'm serious. All we do, pull those off. These to the pigs. This authentic Italian pasta is going in there. Now what do we do here? We mix it up. All right, we're starting to mix it there. We're gonna put in some paprika, fresh garlic, fresh parsley, fresh basil, a little bit of salt, fresh pepper. All right, let me know what you think. Blender, homemade, fresh chicken or broccoli cheese soup. No chicken, but chicken bouillon.
Okay. It's good.
Say something like fire or something you would say.
Flaps.
Flaps, there you go. Oh, I didn't put this in. The biggest miss, oregano. And organic, no salt. Oh, is that hot? All right, it is done, trust me. Put a little bit of mozzarella on it. Organic mozzarella. Okay, broiling. All right, you can't forget the fresh mushrooms to go on top of the chicken. And just like that, chicken parmesan is all done. Stay tuned, this is gonna be unbelievable. All right, everyone always asks me, how do you know if pasta is done? You guys know the old trick, throw it against the wall. I think it's still done, let me try it. Yeah, definitely done. That didn't work at all. All right, what did we do last year? Put in our pasta, straight from Italy. All right, not talking much, sort of focusing, concentrating here. So the only thing I would say, probably didn't put enough, the tomato sauce was not my grandma's recipe, the viral TikTok one, right? The chicken parmesan is her recipe, or was. So the only thing I would add additionally would be mushrooms to those who like mushrooms. Just like that. This one's mine, so I'm gonna touch it and try it. Time to eat. That's it. So super easy meal to make at home. Obviously we added some broccoli cheese soup in the middle, which you don't have to do. For us, this is lunch. Myself, the crew, we're gonna eat it and drizzle a little butter over the broccoli. Let me know what you think, what you would have done different. That's it for today. Can't wait to cook for you again next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, and why aren't you subscribed? Do me a favor, you want to come on a Disney cruise with us this August, go to destinationsbyjason.com. You can book your non-casino travel as well. And you can watch me cook. Follow me for a meal.